Hi, I'm Eileen. Today I want to tell you a little bit about my two tarantulas, Kevin, McAllister, and Muppet. Now, some people might think that having tarantulas as a pet is kind of odd, and they might be right, but you'd be surprised how many people actually enjoy keeping them as pets. They're pretty interesting, and they're easy, low-maintenance pets. There's a lot to learn. I hope you enjoy learning about mine. Here you can see Muppet's old molt. He molted pretty recently. Now, all spiders molt, which means that they have a new exoskeleton growing and they have to shed their old one. The way tarantulas do this is they flip on their back and they pull their body out of their old skin like a glove. And then for the next few days, they like to hide because they're pretty vulnerable at that stage. The molts look creepy, but once the spider has molted, it's easier to tell whether it's a male or a female. I don't know what Muppet is, but I'm hoping female. Female tarantulas tend to live a lot longer. Some of them can even live up to 30 years. This second tarantula is species Homioma, species blue. Some people call them the Peruvian blue zebra tarantula. You can kind of see the stripes coming in on his knees. This is the first tarantula I purchased for myself. He is probably 4 inches across from tip of one leg to tip of the other. You can see that he didn't like his dinner, fed him a couple of days ago. When they stop eating, it usually means they're about to molt. So I'm hoping that once he molts, you'll be able to see that blue color come through even better. Sometimes when they molt, they put down a web mat for themselves, make them a little more comfortable while they molt. You'll see that Kevin has created a network of webs on the edge of his enclosure. I think it's to help him climb around a little bit easier. The first tarantula I want to show you is this one. I call him Muppet. You can kind of see that he has a lot of fuzzy hair on his body. This one is actually a Carabina versicolor. Sometimes people call them the Martinique red tree spider or the Antilles pink toe spider. His feet have a pretty cool green color on them as well. You can see I created a tall enclosure for him. That means that he builds his webs up in the trees. This one has decided to build his web, make his home, down in the corner there. They typically eat crickets or mealworms. There he goes. These guys can jump, actually, and they're pretty quick, so I don't want to spook them. I've left his dinner down there for him.
Hi, this is Miranda. So I'm going to show you 3 different species of tarantulas. This one, which you can't see because it's in its hide, is called a green bottle blue. Eats a very heavy Weber, as you can see. We tried to get this one to come out, but it was very insistent on eating in its hide. And then we have this one that you can actually see. You can notice that there are 2 tarantulas, except this one is its skin, or we call it its molt, and then this one is the actual tarantula. When a tarantula molts, it pops off part of its exoskeleton. As you can see here, you can see the part that comes off, and then they sort of just like climb out from their skin. It's kind of cool to watch. This one is called a Grammostola pulcher piece. And they grow extremely slowly. They're from Paraguay, and they're very docile and very sweet. And then this one is an Aphomopelma iodeus, or the Salt Lake Brown. It's from Utah, and it's tiny, and this one also grows extremely, extremely slowly. We've had this one for like 3 years and hasn't really grown like at all. It's still very tiny. For some perspective, when we got this one, it was the same size as this one. But this one has grown a lot faster, even though it's a slow growing species. For some reason, this one is just extra slow growing.